Morning, Belzer. It's time for our morning announcements. I'm Christian.
And I'm Tamia. We're here to bring you the latest in Belzer news. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Today is Monday, November 28th. Today is National French Toast Day.
Today's lunch meat is personal pan pizza,
Hamburger, cheeseburger,
popcorn chicken salad,
turkey and cheese sandwich,
spicy fries.
and mixed vegetables.
In the news today, the company Lamborghini unveils a new car. It's called the Huracan 580-2 Spider. Here is CNN with the report.
A teenager from the UK who died of cancer was given the right to be cryogenically frozen. Cryogenics is a science that deals with freezing bodies at extremely cold temperatures to hopefully preserve them and then restoring them to full health if that technology is developed in the future. Before her death, the teenager won a court case allowing her to be cryogenically frozen in the United States after she died.
Google has created a weapon to hopefully stop ISIS in their attacks. Here's NBC with more on the information.
May not look like the latest front in the fight against terrorism, but here at Google, researchers believe they could be onto a new way to confront ISIS.
The Islamic State has heralded a new era in online extremism.
Yasmin Green is the head of research and development at Jigsaw, Google's technology incubator for geopolitical problems. Its latest challenge? Reaching a new generation of bedroom radicals, people drawn into violent extremism online. Like many of the estimated 30,000 foreigners who have joined ISIS from around the world.
We believed that there was an opportunity to use the internet to get to those potential recruits before ISIS.
They call it redirect.
We've all had the experience of searching for something like a pair of sneakers and then finding an ad for those sneakers pop up later. And we have used that same principle instead to find potential consumers of ISIS's messages online.
If I'm a young person out there somewhere, maybe sympathetic to joining ISIS, what's the process I go through?
So you would likely search, for example, for a term like, let's take martyrdom for Allah. You would enter that. We would show you an ad that would be directly relevant to your search. You'd click on the ad and you'd be taken to, for example, a video like this.
Videos of imams and religious scholars potentially credible to ISIS sympathizers, but preaching against ISIS, not supporting it.
Anything's worth trying, isn't it? But at least make it harder. Make it harder for them to steal our children.
Sally Evans' son Thomas grew up in a London suburb.
He was just a normal little boy. It was happening upstairs in our bedroom. He was on his computer.
Like many online recruits, he drifted away from family and friends, eventually joining the terrorist group Al-Shabaab. He was killed in this terrorist attack in Africa. The group used video of his death as propaganda.
No mother should have to see that. That was awful. It was just hearing the final moments. As a mum, and there was nothing I could do.
I could have done that. I could have done worse.
Sohail Ahmed also fell into radicalism online.
People need to know that anyone can become radicalized.
He was considering a bomb attack in London, but pulled back.
What led me away from radicalism was kind of listening to more relatively moderate scholars and imams.
He was not a part of Redirect, but thinks it could discourage others. It appears some may be listening. In an 8-week pilot program, Jigsaw says Redirect reached 300,000 people who watched 500,000 minutes of video. all of it aimed at undermining ISIS. Ronan Farrow, NBC News, London.
Now to Demi with the sports and weather update.
Good morning, Bruins. I'm Demi, and I'm here to bring you the sports and weather update. Today's weather would be a high of 52 and a low of 41 and rainy. Yesterday, the Indiana Pacers won against the Los Angeles Clippers 91-70. Tomorrow, both 7th and 8th grade boys play home against Perry Meridian. Remember, students are not allowed to stay after for any games. You must go home on a bus and return at 4 o'clock. Tomorrow will be a call-out meeting for students interested in wrestling at 4 o'clock in the LGI room. Now back to our anchors.
Thank you, Demi.
Are you struggling in a class? Do you think some assistance could help? Then plan on staying after school on Mondays in the Media Center to get some one-on-one tutoring. You do not need to commit to every week. Just come when you need extra help to bring or keep your grades up.
So tired. Congratulations to Jacob Brown, Ron, my bad, Alexis Garcia, and Kendall Welly. They are Mr. Schultz Student of the Week for the week prior to break.
Today is the day most after-school clubs meet. However, Chess Club and Comedy Club will not meet today. All other Monday clubs will be in attendance.
Tomorrow is Giving Tuesday. It is a day dedicated to charitable giving from a way to give back tomorrow.
Here's today's interesting fact. There are more possible interactions in a game of chess than there are atoms in the known universe.
Today's celebrity birthday is Adam Hicks, who turned 24 today. He's best known for his roles in Disney shows and movies such as Lemonade Mouth, Pair of Kings, and Zeke and Luther.
On this day in history, in 1925, the Grand Ole Opry began broadcasting shows.
Our quote today is from David Frost, who once said, "Don't aim for success if you want it. Just do what you love and believe in, and it will come naturally."
Now to Mr. Harsha with the rest of your morning announcements.
Have a great day, Bruins.
Good morning, Bruins. Welcome back from what I hope was a restful and relaxing break. I want to make sure that I go over a couple things this morning as a few reminders for you. If you were listening during the announcements, today is Monday, so we have lots of our clubs meeting after school today, and I just want to remind students that we do encourage you to find something here at school to connect with, whether it be something outside of the classroom. So some of you I know are involved in sports, some of you are involved in performing arts, others of you have already signed up with student council or all the various different clubs we have going on, robotics team, and so forth. But I want to make sure that you find something to get involved in. I would love to see even more participation in our after-school clubs. So talk to your friends, find out what they're involved in, talk to your teachers, your counselors, look on our website to find out a list of clubs, and get yourself involved. Second thing I want to mention, tomorrow is Tuesday, and I know you had an entire week off. Hopefully you found a little bit of time to do some reading. Make sure that you do know that reading logs will be collected tomorrow, as always on Tuesdays, so make sure that you have that filled out and turned in ready to go for tomorrow. If you did not read over break, make sure you take advantage of that this evening and get those minutes done, get that sheet turned in. Number one, so you can help your college prep grade, and two, to make yourself eligible for the drawing on Friday. Also, a quick reminder about just from this morning as I stood in the front hallway and welcomed students in the building this morning, lots and lots of hoods and hats on, and that's completely understandable. It's a little cold out there and a little rainy this morning, so I would expect lots of hoods and hats. I just want to give a friendly reminder that the expectation is that we do not wear those here in the building. So as you enter the building, whether you're coming in from the back of the building, the side, or the front, when you enter the building and get inside, please make sure that you're taking off that hood and taking off that hat immediately, as that is one of our expectations here at Belzer. So please make sure, as the weather's starting to get colder, just become in that habit of, as you enter the building, take that hood and that hat off. Lastly, I want to give a reminder. This is something that has kind of faded away a little bit, and I want to make sure we get back on track. We are going to be starting this week the use of a new program here at Belzer called Hero. And you'll be learning a lot more information about that this week. And as we move on over these next couple weeks before winter break, we're going to introduce that program, and it's going to be essential that all students have an ID. This was an expectation we made very clear at the beginning of the school year. We have enforced it a little bit over time, but I can honestly tell you here over the last couple weeks before break, I know we've kind of slacked on that a little bit. So teachers, I'm going to ask that you help us to enforce to students that they must have their ID on. I stand here in the studio. I see quite a few students with their IDs hanging around their neck, just like we asked. Please make sure that you are able to identify yourself at any time. And in that hero tracking system, it's going to be important that you have that ID because we will be able to scan your ID. We're going to be using that program to track your tardies to class, and so it's going to be important that we just quickly scan that ID and get you to class. But also, students, remember that we're going to be using that system to also track merit points and give you points for positive things when we see you doing things that we want you to be doing throughout the building. And again, it's going to be difficult for you to get those points if you don't have your ID. As a reminder, you can get IDs in the student services, which is right across from the studio here in the main hallway, and you can do that during college prep. If you have lost your ID or it's been damaged and you no longer have one, understand that the replacement cost is $1. So you need to get $1. You need to get to student services as soon as possible, today, tomorrow, the next day, whenever you can, and get that ID replaced so that you have it available at all times. My expectation will be that all students in this building have an ID visible on them at all times, especially when they're out in the hallway. So wanted to make sure that I made those couple announcements today. Again, we got 4 solid weeks to go before the end of the semester. I know some of you set some great goals at the beginning of this quarter, that you were going to get your grades up, that you were going to make honor roll, and we gave our midterms just a little bit before break, and you got an idea to see where you're at. Please make sure that we finish strong, stay focused. 4 weeks to go. You can do a lot of good things in 4 weeks if you put your mind to it. So let's stay focused and make today a great start to the next 4 weeks of school. Have a great day.